Ladies, I know you're going to be working out trying to fit into those dresses, but eventually it might not fit. Something that lasts forever, though, is the wedding pictures. Florina is here with me. She is a wedding photographer. And Florina, before we get into the engagement photos and the wedding pictures and the stances and the way you should smile and whitening your teeth and lipstick, we're not getting into all of that, but insurance. Because the wedding pictures are going to last forever. And now you might be trying to save money and have your best friend or your brother or your uncle or who knows, maybe just have some Kodak cameras. But if you have a professional wedding photographer, such as Florina here, it comes insured. All those pictures are insured.
Yes, so exactly. With a professional photographer, what you get is the guarantee that what happens if your disc dies.
Sure.
A professional photographer is going to have backup equipment, so if all of a sudden you get an error message on the back of the camera or the cards don't work, that would be very bad. You don't want to tell a bride, oh, I'm so sorry, we just lost your entire wedding photos. So a great way with a professional photographer is we do have backup equipment and sometimes backup for the backups because you just never know. And sometimes at weddings you see photographers running around with two cameras at the same time just to make sure in case you can prepare in case something bad were to happen like that.
They're going to be the backup plan in case anything goes haywire. But again, backing up, talking about backup plans, first off, people get engaged. And you hear these things about engagement pictures. When is the correct time to get engagement photos done?
Okay, that's a great question. Well, it kind of depends on how far out your wedding is. For example, if your wedding is not till November, a lot of people get their engagement photos in the springtime. Yeah, because the weather is a little bit nicer. But if you have family from really far out of town, people like to have the engagement photos done a lot sooner rather than waiting.
Okay, so there's no real rule. It's kind of up to the bride and the groom.
That's right.
Future bride and groom. All right, now again, talking on those engagement photos, what exactly should you wear? You always hear don't wear big prints. Those are some great pictures. I think those are a bit more wedding pictures, of course, but still talking about engagement pictures. What should you wear? Prints, non-prints? Do you want to match, your soon-to-be husband?
Okay, so yes and no. A lot of people think that, oh, we should be very matchy-matchy, but it's actually more fun if you show your personality. For example, I have a couple who, she is very high glam, likes to really dress up, wear designer clothes, and he is all about hunting. He loves hunting.
I can see where this is going.
Yes, so he dressed up and he looked really nice, but he still had his little flair. He likes to wear his cap, and he had his belt that had the camel print on it, to kind of really show your personality, and that's really important. You want to show your personality because you're telling your love story. Like the beginning, the preparation. So it's important to show yourself and not dress as something that you would not normally wear.
Absolutely. Well, we got more tips, and again, talking about some of those wedding day poses coming up here in just a few minutes. First, Kelly, on over to you. Thanks, Kelly. Well, continuing talking about weddings, of course, we got to talk about the pictures, things that last a lifetime when it comes to your wedding, of course, besides the marriage. Florina is here from Florina R Photography, and we talked all about the engagement pictures, but now the big day, the wedding. And I've seen a couple weddings I've been to recently where they do the bride and groom pictures before the ceremony. Yes. And I always like when the bride walks in, I love to turn back and look at the groom to see his face. And lately it's been not that exciting because he's already seen his bride. So what do you think as a professional photographer?
Well, obviously as a professional photographer, we call it the sneak peek. Okay. So where it's just the bride and the groom, and it's very, very special.
So she's photographers that I don't like.
yes, sorry.
That's all right, because it's the pictures.
It's the pictures, right, and it really captures their emotions, just the two of them and their photographer, as opposed to having the whole wedding party, everybody in the church or wherever they're having their ceremony looking at them, and there's that whole nervousness factor. And we do sneak peeks, and some people feel very strongly about it and they don't want to do it. But if you want really, really emotional, extraordinary pictures, we really encourage that sneak peek moment.
I guess I'm just going to have to go back and look at all my friends' wedding pictures now, but still talking about those big wedding day pictures, because they are the ones everyone's decked out, dressed up. Your friends, your family are with you, posing. It can be awkward. You can be standing there for quite a while, maybe next to, your uncle or your cousin that maybe you don't like so much. So what are some great wedding poses that you have?
Okay, well, one of the things that we like to tell people, whether it's for wedding or any photography that you do, is how you pose your head. A lot of people have the tendency to stick their head up. It makes their chin and their face look really, really wide.
I always thought that was getting rid of the double chin.
Yes, and it helps get rid of the double chin, right? So if you turn your head to an angle and you tilt your chin down just a little bit, it instantly slims your face.
So it looks skinnier again.
Yes, yeah. And so that's why when you see a lot of photos in magazines and that sort of thing, you see everybody doing this. Well, that's because it instantly slims you as opposed to being straight on. It makes you look a lot wider. Another pose that...
see, stand like this. So
yeah, stand like this, and it thins you out quite a bit.
Who needs a wedding to do that?
That's right. It applies to any photography. Okay. And that's a great picture right there. One with the bride. One of the problems with the bride and the wedding party is that they tend to hold the bouquets up very, very high, and it covers up their beautiful dress. As you see in the second,
it right there.
Yeah, in the second example. So we always tell the brides, the bridesmaids, whoever's holding a bouquet, hold it down lower. And see, that picture right there is showing the example of the head up versus the head down slightly, and you see an instant difference.
Look at that. Well, here I thought I was just doing the skinny arm to, you know, have a pose, and here I was doing the right thing the whole time.
That's right.
Well, some great tips. Of course, you can check out her on Facebook, email, all that good stuff that was coming up on the bottom of your screen. Thank you so much for coming in this morning to join us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. On over to you, Kelly.